What's up, my dudes? So in this episode, of course, there are lots of things to talk about, but the first thing I actually wanted to bring up was that there's actually kind of a bugged quest that I started this episode off with, and it's called Ammo for Rumble Shot. And one thing that you can do if you stumble upon this quest yourself is to essentially just delete the ammo, the Rumble Shot ammo from your bags. Because you're actually given the ammo when you start the quest, and technically, so when you start the quest you finish it, so you don't even have to delete it from your bags. But I personally did it just to be able to loot from the crate, just because I guess I was there and I wanted to try and see if it worked, and it did. Once I deleted the ammo, I was able to loot from that crate. So anyways, that's just a very specific thing. Yeah, so I'm a Paladin now. I decided to switch Aiwendil to a Paladin, and I leveled him from 1 to 6 before starting up this footage here. And I basically just did exactly what I did in the previous episode as a priest, so nothing really changed. I just made this last minute decision to go to a Paladin just because I really wanted to level a Paladin. As I did some research on like the different kinds of healers that are fun to play in vanilla WoW, and so I just figured that based on what I found, Paladins would be fun for me, and so yeah, that's what I got into. But honestly, guys, I wanted to mention that the feedback that I'm getting from you is so cool. You know, whether it's saying, you know, fuck you or whatever, or whether it's saying that you like the format and stuff, either is fine, guys. I totally, you know, everything is cool. I want to say that, like, you know, some of the specific feedback that I get from you guys is awesome. Like, really, I know that one of you said that you wanted to maybe see more people on this kind of series. Maybe I could have like a several person format. Let me know if you guys are really into that idea. If so, then I will do my best to bring some more people on, and for sure I could do that. Another thing was someone mentioned that they want me to talk about like professions going forward and stuff like that, which of course I'll do. But for right now, I wanted to just quickly focus on the quality of life improvements that people have been talking about for vanilla WoW. It's kind of been a big debate after, you know, of course, the Blizzard Classic server announcement, especially on like the official like Blizzard forums or whatever. I know that like the community moderators have even responded to some of these discussions, and because I saw like Alex Central posted a video about it, and essentially what they said was that nothing is off the table necessarily. They're not saying that they're going to keep vanilla as is, and they're not saying that they're not, you know. So it kind of bums me out a little bit though, because like I do want to be reassured. I don't know about you guys, but like I do want to be reassured that vanilla will be vanilla, you know, when we go back. You know, of course there are a few things to change, like if, you know, to mitigate like server crashes and just like the logistical stuff. But when it comes down to like the substantive you know, kind of content to vanilla, I really don't want anything changed. But that's my personal opinion. If it just let me know what you guys think, because I honestly, I think this discussion is like really important to have. So yeah, I must say that I can't wait for Elwyn Forest. You know, it's coming up, baby. I mean, because vanilla WoW, vanilla guide, right? It does this thing where, at least for like the dwarf and gnome starting area here in Dun Moreau, once you're done with Karanos, it takes, I don't know if, by the way, I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Karanos or Karanos? Let me know, because I've been kind of, anyways, thinking about it. So once you finish in Dun Moreau, it basically says, all right, head right to Iron Forge, get the flight path, get on that tram, go to Stormwind, head to Goldshire after getting the Stormwind flight path, and then you go to Fargo Deep Mine and all that good stuff, and eventually Hogger comes up, which I'm super excited for, of course. How could I not be? You know what I'm saying, guys? So I wanted to also ask if you guys are kind of interested potentially in me live streaming. You know, I've been kind of thinking about whether I should do that, because I'm thinking about the format where I live stream Aiwendil's progress as he levels, and then once I finish live streaming, I'll post that video on YouTube, of course, just like the standard thing. But then also I could make it part of this series where I basically take out my webcam and take this footage, speed it up, and then just have like commentary over it. So it's like a 2-for-1 deal kind of thing. But again, like I don't really have much of an audience, so I don't know if you guys are kind of into that. So, but let me know, you know, because of course, as I said, the feedback is awesome. Another thing that happened, it'll come up later in this episode, in a few minutes. I actually I got to level 8 by discovering Gnomeregan. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's like right before I attacked the next mob. I think it was like a bear too. And this was a big grind, you know. Another thing with, of course, with Paladins is that, you know, it's not the most invigorating experience leveling, as I mentioned in my one episode on just like the healers you might want to choose if you're rolling a healer in vanilla WoW. I was saying how you know, you basically like auto attacking your way to 60, and you know, it's not too far from the truth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got your seals and your judgments, but nothing crazy. But you know, it's anyways. I mean, you know, it's all good for me. I don't really mind too much. It's just kind of part of the experience. You know, every class has their upsides and downsides. Of course, I think one redeeming factor, as far as the leveling experience anyways, for Paladins is that they have, I think it's like a free level 40 mount. I think it's free. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you just do like a few quests and then boom, you get it. But I could be wrong about that. I know that the level 60 mount does require a decent amount of gold. Like you got to get mats for it. I remember when I was leveling a warlock, when I got to 60, I was essentially doing like that, just that, like, of course, because they have class mounts as well, and so, you know, you have to like buy a bunch of mats, you have to pay gold, you have to run like through Dire Maul and shit like that. Like, it's a big process. Oh yeah, another thing was I actually got a new weapon here, so I had to like build up my skill. You can see it's going way up there. It's for one-handed maces, I think this was. Another thing I got to remind myself, I got to go to the different major cities to, actually, yeah, when I go to Ironforge specifically, I got to grab the weapon skills. I'm not sure, though. What are the level requirements for it? Is it like level 5 or something? Well, anyways, the episode is about to end, unfortunately, because I didn't have a lot of time to level this week. So that's it, guys. Bye-bye.